Saturday morning is the time that I'm doing this video. Hello family worldwide. Yeah, trying to wake up. Another late one last night. I did go to Mina Birds and I wanted to buy, I went there with the intention of buying the album. I didn't buy it. Mina Birds is going to be all right for some. I really wanted to get into it. Let me put it like that. I think some people will really get into Mina Birds. I wish them well, you know what I'm saying? But sparks didn't fly. They don't have to fly, but was there anything that really drew me in? Nah. But I wish them luck. I do. I do. Several things I want to talk about musically. First, I'll talk a little bit about Dereck too. Got a nice personal message from VC member who listened to the old version of Dereck 2 online and gave me some good honest feedback, which is what I want, which leads me to share with some of you folks that yeah, I think it's worth mentioning, you know, that if you're hesitant to buy Dereck 2, you can listen to the old version of it online. I do sing on the record. That this person gave me some feedback about the vocals, and I will say this, that the singing on the record, some of you will like and some of you won't. I definitely am not singing in the way that I'm trying to emote, and you know what I'm saying? I sing on this record because I kind of felt like I had to be honest with you. Ryuichi Sakamoto is someone who I really respect, and he's always tried to sing on some of his records, trying to respond to the wisdom that says that the most intimate instrument that you can share is the human voice. I think that makes sense. I don't really want to sing though, because when I really sing, all I do is cry. So on the record, you're not going to get some deep, soulful singing from me. I just don't want to do it, and I don't. And that was one of the feedbacks I got, that you know the singing did not resonate, didn't connect. I understand why. So I thought I'd talk about that, you know, and then and again to reiterate that I really am glad that folks have been interested and are interested in what I'm doing, but in no way be obligated. And thankfully, you know, the person shared, you know, they want to support me, but I don't want you to feel obligated. Buy it because you want it, you know. Don't buy it out of obligation. The music, the music, honestly, all of the music that is out there is there for those who it's meant for, and it's not all meant for everyone. Thank you for the feedback. I really appreciate the honest feedback. With that in mind, again, I'm very, very pleased with the steady sales. I am now up to 61 orange vinyl sold. A couple of people who bought before, who got a hold of me saying, please, can we buy through money order? Your orders are being held, but though they're not reflected in the number I just said. When I receive your actual mail, then you get a number, but you won't be left out. That's why I really encourage people to pay PayPal, because you know you pay and then it's done, you know. But 61 are gone already, plus probably 10 of the black already. Very encouraging, very encouraging. Thank you, people. Thank you. Hopefully, in about probably a week from Monday or Tuesday, I should receive the test pressing. If there's no problems with the test pressing, then it's a go for the pressing, and that would be another 2 weeks, 3 at the tops, that I would receive the records. So hopefully there's no problem with the test pressing, and that should be next week. Not this coming Monday, but the following Monday is about the time I should start to expect to see a test pressing arrive. Okay, I want to talk a little bit about the Omaha Arts Festival I went to yesterday, because I forgot to mention that there was some music there. I tried to videotape it, and again, my camera video sound is awful, and I just don't know what to do about it. But the Native American band or Indian band, Brule, I don't know which one is proper anymore, but Brule, I think they're from South Dakota, Native Americans. They play every year. Fantastic music. And yesterday, I've played with one of the guys from the band Vlasis. Vlasis. We've done a concert together. But the music just moved me. I was in tears, and I'm out here in public on the sidewalk, in the middle of the day, like a day, and the music and the drum and the beat and that flute. A lot of Americans are partially Indian, Native American. I don't know which one is proper anymore, but I know that we Higginses, we are. My grandmother, who helped raise me, was Indian woman. And Native American spirituality strongly resonates with me. Matter of fact, part of my personal practices here in my home are based on Native American practices that I've adopted, along with some Hindu practices that I've adopted. And I want to say, even though we're mostly talking about music, right quick, that spiritual practices associated with Native Americans, and the Hopi in particular, resonate strongly with me, much more strongly than things like voodoo and stuff like that. I don't know why, but it really does. That music had me in tears. There was no point in buying the CDs. They're going to get plenty of CD sales. I'm not going to get the same experience playing the CD, and it's not really what I want. It was the moment. It was fantastic. Fantastic. Someone asked if I have any Steve Vai, and I have one album and I have one cassette. I have Flexible. I think this is his first record, and this is an original copy of it. And I also have a cassette of his where his face is painted silver. I don't think it's here in my desk. I'm so out of room, and I'm such a crazy collector that most of my cassettes are in the garage because I'm so out of room. I have some in here in this drawer. Okay, but here's the main thing I want to say about Steve Vai is the man has an amazing technique. Plays deeply, plays with a lot of soul. I don't especially care for the settings that he chooses to play his music in. I would love to hear Steve Vai, like I liked him with Frank Zappa. I'd love to hear. I haven't heard everything he's done, so maybe he's done some records and I haven't heard him playing in a style where, to me, it's more adventurous, or just somehow connects more with me personally. He's an amazing guitar player. I love his technique. And even the records that he's made where I'm not too much into the songs, it's always worth it to make it to the solo. And it brings to mind another guitar player in the same vein for me. I love his playing. I can't stand the music that he makes. Yngwie Malmsteen. God, that music is just so tired for me personally, okay? I know some people love it. For me, it's hackneyed, and it's like a brand of soap, But when he plays the guitar, and I've seen Yngwie live, I haven't seen Steve Vai live. I saw Yngwie Malmsteen live, and he knocked me out his playing. It's very emotional. I mean, not always, but he hits points where, he's connected with that guitar, and there's nothing you can say about it. He is, just like Steve Vai. Another good guitarist. So that's what I have to say about Steve Vai. Amazing musician. Just like folks can be critical of what I do, that's my personal criticism of him. I'd love to hear him playing in a different setting. Amazing player. With that in mind, I'm looking here, and a couple of cassettes that I have to show right quick is my Brain Worlds cassette. My friend Mason, who is just over here visiting he's in town from Atlanta, ATL. This is one of his Brain Worlds cassette. Guy is amazingly talented, doing a Frippertronics. Well, that's where it started. He's got his own thing now. I know we've been talking about Indrima for over a year now, but he is also on the Indrima album, which with the Brain Worlds thing really adds a lot to one particular track. Hopefully, we'll get that going here. Here's another cassette that happens to be in my drawer. King Sunny Ade. Excuse me. Love me some music. Live at the Hollywood Palace. King Sunny Ade and the New African Beats. Some good stuff. Here's something in my discography that you won't be able to find. I really doubt you'll be able to find this. This is a cassette compilation called Quasi Proto E-Art that I participated in 1997. And this came out in a limited edition of, I don't know how many. Are they numbered? No. But this has an electronic piece of mine that I recorded in Japan on here. And is it under, yeah, it's under my name. Yeah, I just call it Submission 2 on here. Also, Maureen Evans Hansen, who was in Digital Sex, she also has one of her tracks. Actually, there's 2 tracks of mine on here. I really doubt that you can find this. But this is, I just happened to look in this drawer here at some cassettes are in here. But this is another in my discography. Most of these other cassettes are record. Is there anything else I can show you? Mike Curry, 3 improvisations for solo violin. Yeah, all kinds of stuff. This is some improv stuff. I probably bought this at their show. Probably saw these people. Oh, here's a cool old cassette, Yellow Magic Orchestra on cassette. Yeah. I probably have 1,000 cassettes out in my garage. You know, and look what else I have. And I've learned a lot. I understand how important this band is to people. So I'll say it again. I stand corrected as far as I don't want to shit on anybody's you know, what it means to you personally. And so I've already said it. I stood corrected on that. It would have been helpful if Paul Stanley had had the decency to treat me like a human being when he met me. That's just something that will always stick in my craw. You know, he was really, really uncivil to me. But I have these Kiss cards. I got them. Got a bunch of them. They were given to me by one of my clients who insisted that I have them. I even have an unopened blank cassette. Okay, all right. And then that's enough cassettes. Okay. The other things that I want to share is I did buy one album yesterday when I went down to pick up Dereck 3, not Dereck 2, as I said in my video for Luke, Vinyl Flesh. I did buy one album, and it was another one of those moments where I decided to go ahead and, well, if I want this new album, I have to spend the money, because otherwise I'll wait for 5 years for them to mark it down. I don't often see new electronic releases in Omaha, like on labels like Compact, and some of the Raster Noton is one that I never see. I don't even know if the label's still going. So when I saw this yesterday, Muon, I said, yeah, I got to get it. It's a fairly recent release on the Compact label. Excellent electronic label. And this is a new project by the guys that used to be called Burger Inc. And they were called Burger, the other guy's last name as well. And I have played this all the way through. Burger Voigt as well. Yeah, this trips my trigger. It's a double vinyl. Comes with a CD as well. Not even a download, but an actual CD of the music, which is nice. There it is. Muon. Yeah. I love the graphics. Simple. reflective of the nature of the music. And it comes with a poster of the inner graphic. In this graphic here, there's a poster of it. So this is my latest purchase, and like I said, it wasn't cheap, but I really wanted it. I'll tell you what, the store also had a limited edition reissue of the Chameleons' first album, but it's over $50. It's numbered, edition of 1000. It's a double album. I'm thinking about it. You know, I might think about it and somebody else will get it, but you know, $56 is what they want for it. That is a lot. But thinking about it. So that was the purchase I made yesterday, and yeah, this is what interests me, is continued exploration. I'll tell you though, I have greatly enjoyed sharing these last few videos with you of the 45s. I'll do it some more. If somehow someone who has a business or has money to spend and is looking for talent, I would say it's pretty obvious here that I could be a great personality playing music for people. You know, I'd love it if I could have it as a job, if someone would pay me to do it. The only thing is, what I hate is when people give you a job, the next thing they want to do is they want to tell you what to do. But the best way to let me do this is to just let me do what I do. That in its unadulterated form, it's best. It is. Just let me do. Don't tell me what to do. So when I do this stuff, I do it because I want to, and it's fun. Like, I've had people complain to me, maybe jokingly, and I think a couple of times I've gotten complaints where I'll respond to a request and the request was made before, but I didn't respond to it. And it's never something personal, but it's more like, well, I do things as they resonate with me. You know, I do not want to feel obligated. This is my channel. This is my fun. This is not a service. It's not, even though I know that a lot of you folks get a lot out of it. But if I'm not enjoying it, I'm not doing it. But I'll reiterate along the same lines that somebody could get smart and give me a job doing this, because it would be worth it. I didn't put all my singles away, and I'll just show a few more. These are some picture sleeves that were sitting up on my desk. Jumpstart, Natalie Cole, on the Manhattan label. Dream Academy, is this a big hit? Yeah, Life in a Northern Town, Dream Academy. I don't even know what the hit was here. Woman Helping Man, the Vogues. Here's another one. I'm going to put this on because I love it so much. Gordon Lightfoot, Carefree Highway. This will be a good way to start my day. I just absolutely adore. And it's got a crack, but I'm going to play it. Will you play, baby? Yeah, it does. Hear that crack? Nancy and Frank Sinatra, Something Stupid. Look at this, Jimmy Spirits. If you have Isle of View, this is one of his later albums, but it's all in the game from Jimmy Spirits. Deacon Blues, Steely Dan. I had talked about this minor pop psych classic from radio, Neon Philharmonic, Morning Girl. Fantastic. Randy Newman, Baltimore. Wishbone Ash, Silver Shoes, promo. Ellen Toussaint, Gotta Travel On. James Brown, including the original single sleeve, Mother Popcorn. Rod Stewart, Do You Think I'm Sexy? Picture sleeve. This is cool. The label is Water Damage, but I have the single for Long Hair Wild Man by Gun. This is the band whose album Roger Dean's cover, that was his first paid commission. Let me see if I can grab the album real quick. This one right here. This is the album. This is Roger Dean's first professional album cover job. The Gurvitz brothers, who were in the Baker Gurvitz Army after this, among other bands. There's a promo single from this album. Over, Under, Sideways, Down, the Yardbirds. B-side's fantastic. Jeff's Boogie. I got it in the Scudder sleeve. I need to find my Scudder single and match those two back up. Edgar Winter, Tobacco Road. Look at this. Paul Winter, Consort, Icarus, promo single. Okay, here's another one that's getting played. See, I can't help myself, you know, it's 20 minutes. Here we're going to have another long one. This is Fleetwood Mac, Albatross, Peter Green. I got the fucking promo single of this bitch. Look what else I found years ago. Beck Bogert and Appice, Lady on promo single. Yeah, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Is it bluesy? Yes, it is. Is this something I find exceptional? This song, Albatross? Absolutely. It's wonderful. Michael Fennelly, Touch My Soul, the guy who was the leader of Krabby Appleton. We chat on Facebook every now and then, Michael and I. Here's another Edgar Winter, River Rising. We were talking about Alphonso Johnson, who was in Weather Report. Here's a single of his, That's the Way I Feel About You, featuring Diane Reeves on vocals before anybody knew who she was. Home is another band that I rate highly prog-wise. Their album, The Alchemist. Fantastic. And here's a single, Three-Night Ferry. Just a couple more. You know that Mason Williams had a big hit with Classical Gas. Well, he remade it with Mannheim Steamroller. They tried to do it again. It's just okay. But this was produced here in Omaha. My dad used to have, he had one of the first versions of an electronic saxophone. And this was the instruction record that came with it. And I somehow managed to keep this. But this was my dad's. So he bought a Veritone, a Selmer Veritone. This is awesome. I still have this. Andy Summers, 2010. Little Lies, Fleetwood Mac. Good song. Here's one I don't know much about, but I ended up with as a promo. The Naughty Sweeties with a song called Alice. And it's on Elektra. I don't know if this ever actually got released or if it was a regional popular number. I don't know. Force MDs with Here I Go Again. Produced by Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis used the very same music tracks, I believe. Well, actually, not this song, but Forced MDs were produced by Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, had a hit with the song Tender Love. The very same music track, Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis had a hit with Human League on the song Human. It's the same music. Interesting, I've never caught anyone talking about that. Bootsy, mud push. Bootsy's a bad mother. So glad I got to see Bootsy live with D-Light. Sun City. And now this is going to be another long video that takes half the day to upload. That's why I don't like to do these long ones, because I can't use my computer when it's uploading, and I'm always... But anyway. Jewel Beast. We have our debut gig tonight. I'm looking forward to it. I really am. Don't know how it's going to go, but I'm really looking forward to it. I watched just a couple of videos this morning. I see that Fatback Funk made a new video. Good to see you, Dave. I miss you. And honestly, I was surprised I didn't hear did I miss your comments about me playing with Rick Agnew? I was hoping to hear some comments from you. Maybe I missed them. But it's good to see you, man. Have a good one, everyone.